All right, starting a new video, starting a new manicure. Nice, long, new set of Gel X nails. Let me actually make sure that this is on. Yes, I've got my audio, although I think the microphone is tilted down. So let's fix that. All right, so this manicure. Oh God, my cuticles are so messed up. I had quite the time with trying to apply these nails today. It did not go smoothly. If you saw that video, you know what I'm talking about. If you did not see that video, I will link it up here in the cards. But anyway, I'm going to be doing something along the lines of these nails for this video. It'll probably end up somewhat different. I think I'm going to go for a little bit more translucency. So I do want to pull my milky white from Tiny because that's going to be the base. But let's start. I've got grape in my teeth now. Let's start getting into this before it starts getting too late. I'm gonna go, since I did just eat, because I'm not gonna lie, I was shaking while smoothing out these nails because it is 2:30 in the afternoon and I had not really eaten anything yet today. But now that we've got that all settled, I actually forgot to put down some paper, so I need to do that. I'm gonna get into doing this manicure. Tomorrow I will be going up to Orlando for Premier Orlando, which is a convention trade show for the beauty industry, one of the largest, if not the largest. Let me readjust some things in the country. So that starts tomorrow. I'm very excited for it. I have not ever been. I did want to go last year, but money and time did not afford me the opportunity. That's not what I want yet. I do want to go in with the tip primer and blend the cuticle line in a little bit better. But yeah, so I generally don't have my nails this long, but I kind of like them. We'll see how well I'm able to work with them if I have to. I mean, I'm going to end up trimming them down a little bit anyway next time I do my nails, just for workability. But for right now, they will be long. So this is, as I said, the tip primer from Makartt. Excuse me. I don't know why I always have congestion after I eat. And it chemically etches the nails. But it's good for blending the nail into the tip into your natural nail, so that's a little bit more seamless. I'm going in with primer, which generally speaking you don't really need on the fake nails themselves, but I always do it. This nail wound up crooked. I'm just going to deal with it, and I will realign it as it grows out. All right, gonna go right in with the milky white. Move my lamp over a little bit. I think I'm probably going to do 2 coats of the white. I know this set is going to take me a while. I'm really not looking forward to that. I still have so much to do at home to get ready to go up to Orlando tomorrow. Plus I'm working tomorrow. I only have one client in the morning. Hopefully I wind up with 1 or 2 more, would like the money. But obviously the earlier I can get on the road, the better. It's about a 2.5-hour drive. And I've never driven up to Orlando before, so not really sure what the road is like. Go ahead and give that a flash cure. But yeah, there's 2 routes to go. I can either take State Road 7, the turnpike. State Road 7 is the turnpike, or I can take 95. I prefer taking the turnpike just because it's a little quieter. You do have to deal with tolls, but I feel like it's a little safer. However, I was looking at the map, and a good majority of the drive looks like it goes through the Everglades, which means once you hit that portion, there's no getting off. There's no exits so far as I can tell. If there are exits, they're not, well-populated areas. I don't know if there are service stations. I don't want to get stuck if something happens in the middle of nowhere. So I think I'm actually going to take 95. I'll be traveling while it's still light out, but still, I'd rather err on the side of caution when I'm driving by myself. I was going to do stiletto nails, but the nails I have are not long, they're medium, and I felt like they weren't quite as long as I wanted. So I was going to reshape the almond as stiletto, but I couldn't be bothered. Okay, so I've got 2 coats of milky white. I'm not really sure how I want to go about doing this, because honestly, I did the samples a few weeks ago. I don't remember how I achieved those looks, and they weren't even 100% how I wanted them done. Oh, come on, open. So I guess I'm just going to play around and see what kind of looks I can achieve. So I'm going to take some blue and kind of just dab it on in a random fashion and then smooth it out. Actually, I want my, where is my ombre brush? So this is similar to what I did with the jade nails I did, and I absolutely loved how those turned out. So I think I'm going to do one nail start to finish, and then hopefully I will like it, and I'll continue with the other nails and do it in the same fashion. So I'm just using some acetone to bleed it out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. All right, I've got Dusky Denim and Love Island from the Light and Shadow collection of Apres, and then I've got DGel sitting on the palette. I kind of want to see how this layers on top. Not bad. And then I'm going to take some of Dusky Denim and feather it through. I'm trying to figure out a way to get this done more quickly. I don't want to spend a half an hour on each nail. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I just picked up 2 colors from the palette and laid it into the wet layer on top of my nail. I have white alcohol ink also that I'm going to be using for the brighter veining. I'm going to cure that. And now I want to go in with some blooming gel. And then bring in some of the brown. Don't know how I feel about that. Not loving it. I'm gonna try it without the blooming gel. Okay, I think I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this hair off and then cure it. Right, in order to do the alcohol ink on top, we need to have a matte top coat. Okay, we've got our matte top coat. I'm gonna go ahead and give the white a shake. I'm just gonna paint it on randomly and then go in with a watercolor brush and some acetone and work it around the nail. See what kind of shapes we're going to create. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with the rest of my nails. This is going to have to be a trust the process. I'm not going to top coat or cure my right hand yet. I am going to clean it up, however, or my thumb rather. I got some gel on the side, but I'm not going to top coat and finish off my thumb yet because there's some other art that I want to add to it, some liquid chrome and 3D elements, but we will come to that in a bit. So I'm just going to continue on with the rest of my fingers and see what comes of it. All right, going in with the next phase, which is some bling, bling, bling. I want to do some 3D nail, 3D art on the nails. So need my alcohol to use a slip solution. I need an implement to dig it out, and a glove, which I already have on my right hand. This is probably more than I need. Okay. Come on. Okay. Roll this up out of the way. It's always difficult to do this one-handed, but I want to roll it into a rope. I need it clean, my silicone tool. Okay, I'm going to bring this down and across. Make sure you use alcohol, not acetone. The acetone is going to melt it and make it more difficult to work with. Now I'm going to go in with a brush and some acetone and kind of just melt it down. And now I'm going to go ahead and cure it. Okay, I don't know how many nails I want to do, maybe my pointer finger and my ring finger. I'm not going to have them going in the same direction though. All right, next step. Chugging along, we are going to be putting on silk base and curing for 2 minutes. Let me fold this back over. No, not curing for 2 minutes, curing for 30 seconds. There is a portion that has to be done for 2 minutes. We will get there. Let me clean up a little bit. Okay, silk base. We're going to paint it over the 3D portion. Cure for 30 seconds. While that is going, take your silk cover and shake. You want to shake for at least 15 seconds. Then we're going to polish over the area that we want gold. If it runs off or you get extra where you don't want it, you can always just clean it up. And you want to let it sit for 2 minutes. Do not touch it. It doesn't need to cure, it just needs to evaporate. Okay, while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other two nails. Don't think there's anything that I want to put on them. I'm going to go in with base and top coat. And you want to go in with Silk Seal over your chrome. All right, now we're going to go in with base on the other nails. Okay, so this is the finished look. It is slightly different than the reference. I definitely had more brown. I can't see what I'm looking at. My other phone died. I think it was on pause instead of me turning it off, and it just went kaput. But so I'm using my other phone. I think I'm center frame, but this is really what I originally wanted to go for. A little bit more moody, a little bit more smoky, definitely more brown, but honestly, I didn't have the energy to fight with it and try to figure out. I mean, I know how I accomplished it. It just wasn't looking right when I was doing it, and I didn't want to fight with it. So I went for a little bit more, a little bit lighter, a little bit more translucent, just like some veining with the brown. And I do ultimately like the way it turned out. I did my right hand a little bit differently than I did my left hand in terms of finishing off with 3D pieces. On my left hand, you saw I waited until the 3D pieces were on to do the base coat and top coat, and I was having trouble leveling it because I had to go around the 3D pieces. So it started pooling around the edges, and it looks okay, but it's not really how I wanted it. So on my right hand, what I did was I finished it completely, top coated and everything, and then I went in kind of, if you're familiar with working with clay, whenever you want to join two pieces, you etch on the base and on the addition, so it creates that vacuum seal. So that's what I did. I went in and I etched the area that I wanted to place the 3D gel, and then I placed it down, got it into the position that I wanted it in, and then went in with some acetone to merge the join. Hopefully it will stay. I don't think it's going to come off. The only thing I question is whether or not the top coat will peel off of the 3D elements, but only time will tell. I don't think I placed, it's okay. I didn't place this one at as much of an angle as I would have wanted it, but I do like that it's thinner on this hand than on this hand. But live and learn. It's my first time doing this, at least on myself. So I'm going to finish off with some hand cream and call this video to a close, because I started at, I think, 11 o'clock, 10:45. It's now 6:30, and I'm tired. I want to go home. I have
so much I have to do to get ready to go up to Orlando tomorrow. I need to clean. I need to change out the cat litter. I need to pack. First, I need to try on clothing, figure out what I want to bring with me, what I want to wear. There's a cocktail party I'll be going to, which I'm kind of excited about, kind of not, because I'm not a very sociable person. Trying to change that, get myself out there. Really important to start networking and, meet up with other people in the industry and get myself and my brand out there. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.